back, parasocial besties. Guess who forgot to do an intro when she got done with her makeup? Anyway, please subscribe, otherwise I'm gonna tell Jeffree Star everything you've ever done wrong and he's gonna ruin your life. Okay, let's watch the video. Okie dokie, so we're starting with our primer. Shocker. We'll also start with the 6 people involved in this that are like heavy involved. Oh my god, I forgot to mention. Molly's in the cage today. So we have Jeffree Star, Gabriel Zamora, Manny MUA, Nikita Dragon, and Laura Lee. First up, this shit kind of sucks. It smells nice, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna grip a damn thing. Well, it's a little sticky. Technically, everything starts like a year before-ish because Laura, Jeffree, Manny, and Gabriel and Nikita had all been collabing with one another. Now we have Stay Matte in shade. I'm not really sure. I'm a little nervous about that because it didn't show you and this wasn't a package until I opened it 20 minutes ago. Also, I would like to say the self-control that I displayed by not fucking playing with any of this stuff for the past 2 days since I bought it, asinine. I love playing with makeup, and the fact that I had to sit there and let this shit stare at me for the past 2 days, it was hard. Like, yeah, it's shit makeup, but I still want to play with it, you feel me? Ooh, this is oh, wee brother. Okay, so anyway, things are in a pressure cooker with the 5 of them, and something had happened where Jeffree had shaded Laura and basically said his friend group was a bunch of toxic flops, and so his friends obviously found out and they're like, mean. So they slowly kind of started pushing him out of the friend group, like they really stopped collabing together, whatever, and it was like decently sized news. It was a big enough piece of drama and news that Shane decided to talk about it in the documentary that him and Jeffree worked on. So the documentary, if you can call it that, was called The Secret World of Jeffree Star, and the thing about that is, like, why is Shane the one who's the arbiter of truth and peace in that house? Do we not remember the Willow Smith thing?
Oh, Willow. Oh, I'll whip your hair back and forth. Oh.
Do we not remember the coming on his cat thing?
I laid the cat down on her back and then I moved her little chicken legs, like, you know, spread open or whatever. And I was like, if I just like hump, but like on her tummy, like that's not weird. Like, whatever.
Do we not remember like all of that stuff? Which I guess somehow, whoops, wrong thing. At the time, we had all just like forgotten or forgiven him. He was really good at acting like he didn't fuck up. Also, I really meant to use this red spot concealer and then I fucking forgot because now there's nowhere to put it. I mean, I will say it's high coverage foundation. They weren't playing around. That being said, the problem I'm seeing here is that I got yellow and I didn't realize. I thought I had gotten my skin tone. So what we're gonna do is experiment a little bit today. And I'm gonna mix this with the white LA color that I got. It's shimmering. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. As I'm sitting here editing, I did notice that the picture that I even pulled up as an example says illuminates features highlighter. So realistically, yeah, this kind of is user error. I just can't read. So at the time, Shane was the Ellen of YouTube for whatever reason, despite all past controversies, and he had exonerated like Hannah Mojo, Jake Paul for some fucking reason, and then yeah, Jeffree. He also talked to Eugenia Cooney. That one was so weird. I kind of want to go back and rewatch the docuseries Shane did, but I also don't want to give him the views. I'd like to point out that when I put that under eye stuff on, the white one pulled my makeup off. So we're gonna go ahead and ski right past that, and we're moving on. Contour. Guess who forgot to buy blush? Me. But luckily I bought this color stick because it was pink and I really liked it. Oh no, this shit sucks too. I should have known that budget makeup hadn't improved that much, but like I really did have hope. You know what I read one time a really long time ago in Cosmo Girl? If you put makeup here and then like press it onto your cheek, it's a more natural look. So we're gonna do that. So the series drops and obviously the squad's like, hey, what the fuck, Richard? You can't be saying shit like that. And Gabriel posted a picture of all 4 of them flipping off the camera and it says, bitch is bitter because we're doing better without him. Jeffree sees this post and he's pissed. And because it's Jeffree, he can't help but insert himself into shit. He's so fucking annoying.
It's not that fucking gay.
Hi, baby.
Welcome back.
My channel. So like then all of his fans are going feral and trying to attack and dredge up the past of Manny, Laura, Gabriel, and Nikita. Nikita, it wasn't hard to find shit on. We'll talk about it in a minute. Once people started freaking out, Laura and Manny backtracked so fucking quick. They were like, ooh, we actually didn't read the post, so we didn't know it was shady. We were just liking the picture because we look cute going, I find that really hard to believe considering how online they all were, but like, whatever. We have to go off face value, and face value tells us they didn't know. Gabriel, naturally feeling hurt, is like, fuck you guys. And he posts this scathing video, and he's like, my friends are idiot flops, and I hate them now. And also, I'm never talking to them ever again. Manny and Laura can fuck the fuck off. So it's safe to say at this point, friend group dead. Jeffree, thrilled. People start defending Jeffree. I mean, they were kind of doing it already in tandem, but like, this is more of a relevant point to bring it up. People were defending Jeffree left, right, and center. Gabriel, a glutton for punishment, fucking apparently, had been getting tweets that were basically like, shut up, leave Jeffree alone, Jeffree is queen. And he was like, imagine standing a racist could never be me. Which then provoked the hell out of Sister Jeffree, and she starts freaking out. Miss Jeffree Lynn is seething. And like, somehow his fans start finding all of these incriminating tweets that Manny, Laura, Nikita, and Gabriel all posted back in their youth. Some were just a little more vocal with their racism at the time. Gabriel kind of came out on top in terms of that. Like, I still think he's a little bit of a snake after my research, but that's neither here nor there. Realistically, he posted the N-word, not good, one time as far as people found. Meanwhile, Jeffree is sitting here losing their minds being called a racist when it's like, I'm sorry you're mad that they're right, because there have been so many videos of you being racist, not to mention the documentary that this bitch just came out with little Shayna. They talked about his fucking racism. Like, this isn't the first time that he was like, yeah bro, I was a racist in the past, and it's like, then stop doing it now. Like, stop being a fuck now, stop being bigoted. And he won't, which is so super fun. Oh my god, there was that podcast where he's like,
into all the other bullshit, the they and them,
Yeah.
and all that extra shit that we added during the pandemic because everyone was so bored on their fucking houses. That's where like conservatives like me, because I'm just real.
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Then tell me why they them is your fucking pronoun in Snapchat. And also tell me why in this documentary you were like, I'm an alien, I don't really subscribe to being a boy or a girl, I'm otherworldly. And it's like, well then you do know you're just being a fuck. They have zero morals, they have zero thing to stand behind, they just say shit to get attention and money, and that's such a pathetic, sad life. Genuinely, I do kind of feel really bad for them, because like, that must suck to feel the need to get attention that way. Like, yikes. But I get attention by talking shit about people, so who am I? And that's why I don't like Jeffree. Real quick, I'm gonna try Le Mercury Sunlit Bronzer. Let me show you what it looks like. It's from Five Below. Okay, clock it. Let's see how it works. I'm nervous. This has been going really bad so far. Maybe it's user error, maybe it's Maybelline. Unfortunately for Manny, he had recently been a shady little shit and had posted some snap of him like side-eyeing his Uber driver for not speaking perfect English. Don't do that, especially if they're coming to this country trying to learn and like grow, gain wealth. They're gonna figure it out. It's immersion, okay? I don't know what to tell you. If you're around, learn, give them time. Okay, that kind of worked a little bit. Nikita, she had already had a hell of a history being kind of a huge bitch when it came to other races and like just unempathetic toward others' plights. She posted, I'm laughing because I'm like, what would possess you to say that? White supremacist Pazuzu? That's insane. So back in 2012, she could never imagine being black. And it's like, tell me why. Is it the inequities? Is it the racism? I need you to think about why you have that opinion, and then let's like maybe unpack it a little bit. Also, I realized I don't have a setting spray, and we're only going off of the shit that I brought in the room with me, and that's not in here, and so I guess we're just gonna hope for the best. Laura was not getting off easy. So do you guys remember the Trayvon Martin thing? I'm sure you do. Trayvon Martin was a young black boy who was 17 and got murdered, in my opinion, by George Zimmerman, who was the fucking human equivalent of a thumb. Like, have you guys seen this man? I wouldn't be this mean if you didn't do shitty things, but you did shitty things, so I'm gonna be kind of mean. Disgusting excuse for a human being. And this was pre-body cam, so I don't know if you remember, nobody really could confirm if Trayvon was acting in a way that should have gotten him taken down. I'm 99% sure George was just being fucking stupid. Anywho, Laura posted, quote, tip for all black people, if you pull up your pants, you can run from the police faster. First off, fuck you, bitch. I don't think pants have a damn thing to do with the fact that they're getting shot at a disproportionate race. I said race and I meant to say rape, but that's okay. Luckily at the time, Laura was tarred and feathered appropriately by the internet, and she shut down her Twitter for like a month after people roasted her for that, rightfully so. And like in the aftermath posted the dumbest apology. It was dry, it was crusty, there were no tears, zero moisture was involved in that other than probably panic sweat for what she just did to her fucking career. One sec, I need to figure out what I'm doing next on my face, and then we're gonna keep it moving. I think what I want to do is kind of go for the looks I used to do back in 2018. Like, I'm literally wearing a dress I used to wear all the time then. So the only palette I got was this. It was from Five Below, and I was like, ooh, there are a lot of colors that I used to love back then. Immediately, the glitter that I just touched was crusty as hell. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go in with like these copperies. So Gabriel posted his video about Manny, and there was like a lot of overlap in the fan bases. People who were on both of their teams prior to this picked a side, and most of it was Gabriel's side because he was making some fair points in his video about his friends being not good friends. Okay, so I put this primer on because I was like, oh, I forgot to buy eyeshadow primer, so let's do face primer, and that was a really stupid idea because it like lifted all the powder. Having a bad time. I came here for a good time and to play with my makeup and talk shit, and I'm having a really bad time. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the taupiest color. It's this little guy. Hi, friend. Can you tell I've never done a makeup review in my entire fucking life, and I'm really trying. Like 7 years after it's relevant or anyone cares. Anywho, by the end of everything, Annie had ended up losing himself 250,000 subscribers. Meanwhile, Gabriel was kind of more or less untouched. Laura hemorrhaged followers and subscribers too. Currently, I went and checked, Laura has 4
million subscribers.
She's doing fine. I mean, she did have to shut down Laura Lee LA, but she says it like it's unrelated, so I guess I'll just trust that it's unrelated. I'm gonna use this little guy right here. I hope you guys are doing your makeup with me. I think that'd be so fun. Parallel play with makeup and talk shit about irrelevant stale tea that nobody cares about anymore. Before we get into the meat of what I wanted to talk about and what I thought Dramageddon was, which it turns out was Sistergeddon, let's just do a where are they now? So as I said, Laura Lee, she's doing fine, aside from having to shut down her brand. Also, we're using this one. But I looked it up and like I intentionally tried to be like drama or tea or controversy from these people. And Nikita, oh my god, she came up. I think she is a parasite, like a genuinely sentient parasite with cognitive abilities and the ability to social climb her way to the top. Also, I'm using this one now. Anyway, Nikita, if she ever finds this video, I do need to know, like, why are you the way that you are? Because like no well-adjusted person acts the way that she does. For example, around the time of Dramageddon, this bitch put a leash and collar on a black man and walked him down the carpet at the VMAs. You can't do that. I mean, you can, but it's a really dumb idea and it's a really bad look. But I guess do it because it's easier to tell how shitty someone is based on the actions that they outwardly do. But also maybe pick less shitty things that don't perpetuate stereotypes, like just really bad messaging. How about? She also had what was basically an influencer kissing party at her house in 2020. I don't know if you guys remember what was going on in 2020, but a lot of people died for like an illness that was going around by coughing on people, touching your face after going to the store, and making out with your friends. Obviously, there are more ways it could be contracted, but in her case, top 3 reasons. She did not understand what a quarantine was, and if she did, she said, I don't fucking care what a quarantine is. I'm trying to get COVID, bitch, along with the rest of my friends. So they had a party. She threw a surprise party for the bestie, Lorraine. Anyway, influencers were going stupid mode. I don't know what was going on. Something was in the water. COVID was in the water and it was eating their brains. She also put her company, Dragoon Beauty, on a hiatus. She hasn't updated her Instagram in 120 weeks, so like, I think it's a permanent hiatus. It's been a minute. I feel like this should be a lot darker for that full glam. Hold on. That's the darkest way. Yeah. We're just gonna pile it on. She did get arrested in 2022 for drunken disorderly conduct by being a motherfucker in public and just like a public menace. Fucked up. They did send her to a men's prison. I saw that she was being like held in a single cell in a men's prison and everyone's like, so she wasn't around men. Okay. I don't fucking care whether or not she was physically around other men because if she was or wasn't, doesn't matter. It doesn't align with her identity and people can still like leer and be fucking weird through bars. So like, I don't know. Put her where the rest of the ladies are, how about? Because of that, she gets 1 sympathy point from me, and that's it. Also, one of the reasons I think she's just such a little fucking troll is because she posted a picture of her wearing a MAGA hat.
I was wrong, but I'm going to talk about MAGA anyway. Enjoy.
Not really sure if you guys know what MAGA stands for. Make America Great Again. However, when they're referring to the great times, they're not referring to a time when she would have been publicly accepted or not hate crime. What are we doing, girl boss? Like, she's rage baiting and also emboldening people to be like, well, I have a trans friend and she loves Trump. I guess if you're gonna be trans and love Trump, go for it. Who am I to stop you? I just think you look like a silly fucking goose. He is not in your best interest. I can tell you that much for free 93. Anyway, those are the top 5 things she did that really pissed me off during and after Dramageddon. But everyone else, like, they kind of stayed low-key based on everything I could look up. And I tried to find things. But I love it. I love that I couldn't find things because that does mean that they learned from the experience and grew. And like, I'm not one to harp on the past if they show that they're growing and trying. If they're intentionally being a fuck like Jeffree Star still is, then it's like, suck my ass. No, you don't get forgiveness from me. Other people can forgive them all they would like. I'm just not going to. I'm gonna do eyebrows now because I'm actually getting so pissed off in my eyeshadow that I can't stand to like continue to fuck with it. Oh my god, I forgot bold brows were a thing. Bro, I used to have such bold ass brows. I look back and I'm like, oh look, she had brow blindness. Like, I refused to go to a waxer because I really loved being like, yeah, that was actually me who did it. I was so annoying. The hubris of it all. Embarrassing. We're gonna try and mimic that routine now. We'll see how it goes. Now we're getting to the part where I thought we were going to be starting with Sistergeddon. I thought Dramageddon and Sistergeddon were one and the same, and I was so wrong. Let's start with our introductions of the new characters, Tati Westbrook and James Charles. And still Jeffree and Shane, because obviously they're the worst and never go away. We'll do a little bit of a blast from the past just to make things make sense, contextualize and all that. Tati and James had been friends for a while. James apparently continuously eventually slid in her DMs after he became the first cover boy and just like, hi, do you want to be friends? Hi, do you want to be friends? Hi, do you want to be friends? And eventually Tati broke for some fucking reason. Also, I would like to point out, someone came out and was like, yeah, he staged that. The whole thing was a lie. His entire career is based on a fucking lie, which is a little bit funny, but also like, girl, you probably should have said something like once you got notoriety and been like, oop, it was a joke. People found out that it was a joke and nobody really cared. I'm just the only one who cared because I'm annoying. They're super close. James looks at Tati like his mama. She's his mentor. She helps him. I'm gonna use this one, by the way. Her husband, also named James, confusingly, would help with his brand deals, and they were really taking James under his wing. That was all well and good until Coachella
2019.
I'm gonna add a little more of the dark brown because now that I've added the gold, it looks a little silly goosey. So after a while, Tati's like, you know what I should do is branch out. So she branches out to doing vitamins, and her direct competitor is Sugar Bear Hair. That is very important. Sugar Bear Hair had been around for a minute already. The Kardashians, the Jenners, they were all plugging the hell out of that delicious looking gummy bear. Oh my god, I still want to try it. I heard it was kind of gross, but I really want to try it anyway. And also, if it can help my bald spot, Sugar Bear Hair, hit me up. Okay, so we're gonna try this mascara. It's LA Colors Bold Lash, mostly because I'm getting really tired of looking up and seeing myself look the way I do. Oh, this sucks. Update. Most of this makeup sucks. This isn't a very good review, but it is very true. So James is sister supportive, and he buys her gummies lickety split, and then he posts a little Snapchat, and he's like, oh my god, I just bought these gummies from Tati. She doesn't know. I'll put the video in.
Sisters, I just received my package from Halo Beauty. This is Tati's brand new brand. I did not tell Tati that I was buying these, but I did pay for these myself because I just wanted to support her, and I'm so happy. I know she's getting a lot of backlash on this, which is making me so mad because I know she's worked so hard on these for the past several years now. She's told me a little bit about the process, but she's done a very good job of keeping this secret and working super, super hard. I already consulted with my doctor. I am good to go to take these, and I'm very much looking forward to trying them out, supporting her, and of course I will let you sisters know the tea on these and how I feel after taking them for, I think the period is 3 weeks. You should start seeing results. So congratulations, Tati. I love you literally so much, and I'm very, very proud of you and all your hard work.
As far as I can tell, he never came back in 3 weeks, so were they good or not? The world may never know. I mean, you can just look up reviews. Anyway, it was funny because in his video at one point, he's like,
I know she's getting a lot of backlash on this, which is making me so mad because I know she's worked so hard on these.
why was she? I couldn't figure out why she was getting backlash. Maybe it's because she just wasn't staying in her lane and God forbid branching out. Oh no. Regardless, people were pissed apparently, according to James, and if they weren't, he just made shit up and it was kind of funny. So like, he's relatively supportive, but tells her, I'm not going to post your Halo Beauty on my Snapchat or any of my socials. Like, I won't promote it because I have a bunch of teens and I don't want to be like promoting vitamins to my teens. I don't really get the logic. Teens need vitamins. Wait, I forgot I had this. Hold on. This isn't part of old school makeup techniques. It's just that I love this shit. It's this CoverGirl natural lash. I don't use that shit for my lashes. So James refuses to promote it, which is like fine for a while. It seems like it kind of hurt Tati's feelings, but she was like, okay, I guess. And then Coachella 2019 happened. James Charles is with his assless chaps at Coachella getting mobbed by people, as according to him. He's feeling sister scared. Somehow he manages to reach out to Sugar Bear Hair so that they can like give him security. I'm gonna do eyeliner. Oh no, it's brown. Bitch ass tits. I'm so annoyed. So they give him security in exchange for a shout out. So he texts Tati and is like, hey girl, I have to do this shout out, but it's for their sleep meds. It's not for their beauty meds. No! I need to stop being facially expressive. Hold on. Okay. Something to note is that at this time, James was in a situationship with a boy named Gage. He had flown Gage out to go, ow! Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Fuck you, LA Color liquid eyeliner. That shit hurts when it gets in your eyes. Anyway, he's at Coachella with this guy. Gage, at the time, was like bi-curious. And so James is like, okay, well, let's make out and figure this out. So he flies him out to Coachella. For the record, Gage is like, yeah, I'm not bi. Turns out I'm not into you like that. But it's important to note because after James found out that Gage was not, in fact, down for the pickle, he got pissed the fuck off. And he was being a bit of a demon to Gage. I didn't really love how he talked to Gage after, like, in the text that came up, but we're not there yet, so we're gonna shut the fuck up about that. I really hope this comes off. Yes. We're back on track. So he tries to warn Tati. Tati does not take well. Tati gets fucking pissed and basically is like, you're a traitorous bitch. And then got really upset and posted some video that was alluding to feeling betrayed by a close friend. Like, everyone knew she was talking about James, who like had seen the posts, because it really was a direct competitor. It's just, it wasn't for the same product. So I can see why he's like, can you show? So then he, mid did crash out, posts a video simply titled Tati, where he's like crying about everything that happened. It was like an 8-minute long video of him boo-hooing over everything and like, I need to take a break. Okay, it's bi sister time.
Like sucking dick and cock.
After James posts this video, she posted a full fucking takedown of James, 43 minutes long, of just like, he said this and this and this and this, and he did this and this and this and this, and that's why we should all hate him. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Also, I guess I should have brought up the fact that it's funny that she labeled it bi sisters, because that's James's thing. I guess I just assumed you guys knew that. In case you don't, sorry. He called everyone sisters. Oh my god, we're supposed to overline. Hold on. I always look goofy as hell doing that, but it's historically accurate. So she pulls out all of the receipts, including James being like, yeah, sorry sister, I'm not going to promote your vitamin brand. So at this point, it's like confirmed that he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. The biggest thing that Tati brought up in her video was James being a fucking predatory little goblin.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
So she brings up him at a dinner party hitting on a waiter, and she's like, hey James, don't do that, he's clearly straight. Meanwhile, James is like hounding the rest of the waitstaff for this poor young man's phone number. Tati's like, yeah, you should probably fucking leave him alone, considering he's clearly not interested. 1, 2, you're being like really embarrassing. We're in public and you're being a sloppy little flop. Like, you can't just treat people like that. And then James is like, well, I have money and power, how about you shut the fuck up and let me hit on who I want? It was a pretty gnarly situation. So like, this is the kind of guy we're dealing with here, besties. So when James did panic and post his video called Tati, there was a part in it that he said,
in regards to the boy situation, I've been involved with a lot of very unique and strange situations that have left people confused or upset, and I've learned the hard way about ways that I can interact with boys that I'm interested in, and also ones that I should or shouldn't be talking to.
He really doesn't seem to have learned. So then Jeffree shows up.
Clap if you care.
Besties, this is just gonna have to be good enough. Anyway, I finished my makeup. Yay. Jeffree, because he loves to be involved in drama, swoops in, and he comments on James's brother's post, like his little 16-year-old brother who posted something innocuous. Sorry, I just sneezed and I cut it out because why would you want to see that? James's little brother posts an innocent tweet, to which Jeffree responds, why is your brother a predator? Why'd you end up moving back to NYC? Exactly. Shut the fuck up. And then followed that one up by saying, there's a reason Nathan banned James Charles from ever coming to our home again. Glam Life Guru's birthday in February. Glam Life Guru being Tati. He is a danger to society. Everything Tati said is 100% true. Jeffree was pollinating the drama fields and we had a hearty crop of flowers by the end. So then Shane and Jeffree had another documentary that came out that I talked about a little bit earlier. It was The Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. The documentary was really supposed to gas up their conspiracy palette, but like throughout the advertising for the palette, I do remember them gassing up the Dramageddon thing. And to be honest, that was kind of the big draw behind everything. People just wanted to learn about what happened during Dramageddon and Sistergeddon. Didn't fucking happen. After episode 7 came out, people are like, what the fuck, Richard? Where was the tea? Shane was like, fine, and gave us episode 8 begrudgingly. And it was still bad. It cleared up very little. So a year goes by. James is doing just well. He's come out with his second palette. He's come out with Painted. I don't think they ever really did amazing, but they did make him money. So at this point, the waters should have been settled. And then Tati opens her gap once more. She ends up making a video where she says she was manipulated by Shane and Jeffree into making her original video, the Bi Sisters video. And it's hard because I watched a podcast that she came out with where she was like, I've struggled with addiction. I mean, there is something to be said about people who have struggled with addiction and like brain chemistry and the way you perceive and function in the world. As much as I would love to be like, you're 37, figure it out, it's like you're 37 who did also drink a lot and maybe damage your cognitive abilities. We're gonna throw her a bone and just say that it was probably something like that, and maybe she was in a vulnerable spot, and who are we to tell her, no you weren't? Not to mention I'm 31 and I just got my empathy update, so like if we're being so fucking for real right now, sometimes it takes a minute to bloom into a decent human being. So Shane was losing his mind.
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. This is so fucked. I'm alive because I can't even process. I need a drink of water. I fucking process this. Oh my God, I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Keep playing here.
So how is it that some of the editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I...
Because you messaged drama channels! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person literally... Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play.
As a victim of abuse myself...
Oh my God. You are so manipulative.
Think of facing public
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God.
It was incredibly dysregulating for him. And then he was like, okay, bye. After milking the beauty community dry and, in my opinion, blowing that shit right up with a big ol' stinky fart, he left the room. I still personally blame him for the downfall of the beauty community. Long story short, I really don't think Shane ever socially recovered from all of this. He's back to getting brand deals, and now he has his podcast with his crusty brother and the rest of his friends. Oh my God. And then by this time, James is trying to bow out of the situation. And Jeffree said, actually, no, you're not. And he pulled him by his fucking wig and got him back in the situation. Jeffree's sitting there in his stupid little gold chair in his stupid little vacant house that's just like devoid of any sort of personality or love, it feels. It looks so highly produced and just very cold and callous that I was like, are you apologizing? Because this feels like a very dire situation, the way you're sitting on your gold couch that you clearly moved from one room to the middle of your house just to make this video. Also, like, why didn't he just call James up in the background? Why are they not meeting up and having a kiki behind the scenes to figure it out is beyond me. And in his video, he's like, I'm so super sorry I didn't call James and handle it behind the scenes. Okay, well, if James knows that, then shut up. What are you doing? You shouldn't have to do this. He picks and chooses weird controversies to shut up about. But do you want to know why he made this video outside of apologizing to James and like clearing the air? He said he was manipulated. By who? Your guess is as good as mine. But he was manipulated behind the scenes. Someone was pulling the strings. Jeffree would never. Jeffree gets a lot less empathy than Tati did because Jeffree's the one who says he's been clean. He doesn't drink. So like his brain should be fine. So he has no excuse. He's just a bitch. He just really loves being involved in drama. It's fun to talk about, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But like to be involved in the middle of it, no. Keep me out. I just want to talk about it from the sidelines. And that's kind of it, really. I mean, James lost 1 million subs-ish at the time, and now he's up to 24 million subs, so really it did nothing for him in a negative long-term context. He stayed quiet enough and long enough that people are like, eh. Meanwhile, those poor traumatized boys are like, okay, thanks guys. But it never went to trial, and so it makes it really hard for any sort of repercussion to be held. And who am I to tell these boys to press charges? It's not my fucking business in that capacity. If you don't want to press charges, that's a personal thing. I'm not judging them for that. I would like to make that clear. Meanwhile, Shane got his dumb ass demonetized on YouTube. People are like, can you stop giving this man money? Like, after this last time Shane finally was held accountable, in some ways, like, he still has fans. Like I said, he's still getting brand deals, and it's so frustrating that this man can act this way and do these things and still reap the benefits of a huge supportive platform. Jeffree's still off being the worst. He's off being homophobic, probably still racist, just saying ignorant shit. Like I said, there was that podcast that I'd watched. He's also off panhandling on TikTok Live, as we all know. But whatever, it's grown-ass adults giving him their money. If they want to be silly geese in that way, I guess, if you want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. It was a little ranty, it was a little all over the place, but I had fun. Oh, by the way, reviews and makeup sucks. This Empowered palette is fine. She's a little patchy, and obviously I didn't use every color, so take it with a grain of salt. It's kind of okay. This, always my favorite. It's really hard to fuck up a clear mascara. This sucked. This sucked. It's my mascara. This bronzer sucked. This eyebrow pencil was pretty good. I believe that is a dollar store special, and she was pretty okay. Actually, I might buy it again. This thing was okay. The color stick, it was good to use like as a blush if you do put it here. I didn't find much success putting it just like straight up on my cheek, so like do what you want. I'm just saying, for me it didn't work that way. These lashes are okay. They kind of hurt. They're pretty heavy, but like they're not the worst lashes I've had in my life. They're from Five Below. This foundation makes me want to die. I'm immediately going and washing this off. I feel like Meredith Duxbury, who puts like just pounds on her. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back next week if I'm not fucking blinded by whatever the hell was in that makeup. Bye!